Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. It is episode, on the other hand, yeah, you know what episode it is. Oh man, for reasons that are apparent in the title. So, you know what also isn't really apparent? You know what also is extremely apparent? Yeah, okay, messed up. You know what also is extremely apparent? One person's desire to go to Miami, and it's like, damn. Yeah, I mean, it was expected, but seriously, I don't know. Yeah, it's an interesting thing, this whole, Damian Lillard trade saga to Miami. Will he go to Miami? What are the Blazers gonna do about him? What is he owed? What isn't he owed? I guess that's, the first topic I want to get into, because, it won't all be this, but I don't know. I guess it's just something obligatory I have to talk about, generally. I don't know. Am I interested in the saga at all? From an entertainment perspective, yes. I don't know. It's the one big storyline that's pervading throughout the summer instead of Summer League, right? And there's another storyline with that too, apparently. But yeah, I guess this guy, you might know him if you follow basketball at all. He's called Damian Lillard. He did this thing that a lot of people thought was gonna happen, but when it happened, it was like, oh, okay, yeah, basically that makes sense. Which was request a trade from the Blazers organization after being loyal, trademark, for 11 years since he got drafted. He got drafted by the Portland Trail Blazers, and then, I think starting in 2021 when they lost to the Nuggets, which was a series where they felt like the Blazers should have won that series. It was kind of ticking, the clock started to somewhat tick in terms of wow, what's gonna go on with this team? How are we gonna, move forward, right? And then the next year after that, they traded away his backcourt mate. He traded away, they traded away CJ McCollum to the Pelicans for something, and then, which was the sign of the first sign of somewhat rebuilding, right? And then they were bad, really bad last season. Got a number 4 draft pick, who became Shaden Sharp, who's this really good player. And then this season, the beginning of this past season, they looked really good, and then they just, were just mediocre, and then tanked the rest of the way through the end. And they got the number 3 pick out of it, and the number 3 pick is this guy called Scoot Henderson, who is apparently one of the new exciting young point guards that could be really freaking good. That could be Derrick Rose or Westbrook, in terms of quality, what he could potentially end up as, right? People are saying, I guess, who are in the know. And apparently, the Dame has said he does not want to play with young players. He doesn't want a youth movement, like a bunch of Republicans said in the 1960s. He does not like the youth movement. He does not like that. So, he basically had somewhat of an ultimatum, issued it somewhat to the Blazers of either you, the Blazers organization, try your hardest to maybe trade that pick before you drafted him, and make a win now move in terms of trading the number 3 pick to get a star player to play alongside him, or just do anything to significantly improve the roster other than drafting a young player, and they didn't do that. The organization said that they wanted to be committed to winning with Dame, but by drafting Scoot Henderson, it kind of was a sign where it was wait, actually, they kind of do want the youth movement. They kind of do want to rebuild, but I guess they probably weren't explicit in telling Dame that. They probably weren't 100% honest in telling Dame that. Yeah, so that's all prelude. That's all the context surrounding it. And now You know, all of that plus, you know, whatever loyalty, I guess, has been tested, and now it's kind of like, yeah, since Dame has requested a trade, there's been all of this freaking hubbub where, you know, the Blazers, I would assume, would love to honor his request, right? They're probably going to honor his request. He's probably going to end up on the team he wants to go to, right? But, you know, the problem is that the Blazers want to rebuild, right? I talked about rebuilding. You know, it's you blow up a team, play young players, get draft picks, basically. So, like, they want to do that, but, you know, the current offer from the Miami Heat doesn't really necessitate that, right? You know, like, what they would be getting in a Miami deal, hypothetically, would be Tyler Hero, a guard for the Heat, and the Blazers do not need him, don't want him in a trade. So yeah, which is one of the key like reasons why this trade is being held up, and like, you know, I guess they have to sort all these issues out. You know, do the Blazers owe it to Dame to send him to his ideal destination? And Dame is like, yeah, and Dame is adamant, resolute, unwavering in his stance that, like, he only wants to go to Miami. He only wants to go there. And then lately, it's been like a war of information. Like, his agent is like putting out things where it's like, if he gets traded to a team other than Miami, he's not gonna show up to training camp, which is like come on, man, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? Honestly, what are we doing? like seriously. it's just like, you really expect us to believe that, and then, you know, the Blazers are like unwavering, resolute, adamant in their, you know, statement that, like, we want to take the best offer, and we don't feel like Miami has the best offer for Dame. Like, we want, you know, draft picks. That's what we want to prioritize. I would assume that's what they want to prioritize if they want to fully rebuild, right? So yeah, I guess it's a whole big thing of tension. You know, there's drama in it. I think what the conclusion from this situation is that, like, you know, neither party is really in the wrong, you know? Like, I think if you ask for my opinion on this, rather than just explaining the situation, I feel like I'm on the side of, like, the Blazers don't owe it to Dame necessarily to trade him to Miami, right? If there's a better offer, if there's another team that has a better offer that they like, they should take it. Yeah, they should take it. They want to rebuild, right? They want to have their future set up the best way possible, right? If there's another offer that gives them that other than Miami, then freaking take it if you're the Blazers, right? But I don't know. That's the whole thing. I agree with the opinion that the Blazers, you know, already did Dame a massive service and a massive sign of respect by offering him all of that money, all of those hundreds of millions of dollars in contracts and stuff. So it's like, you know, I feel like Dame should want the Blazers organization to be left, you know, in a positive direction too, right? I mean, I guess, you know, yeah, I guess Scoot Henderson is a start, but I don't know. Well, shouldn't Dame want that, is my thing, right? Shouldn't Dame want, you know, the Portland Trail Blazers to be best set up for the future, right? Like, I don't know. I guess it's weird. It's a situation where, like, the interesting stuff you have to, like, armchair psychologize about, but, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's interesting. I kept on thinking throughout this, like, situation unfolding where it's like, you know, Dame has had, like, a famous quote of, like, he doesn't want to run from the grind. He called out Paul George for doing that when he joined the Clippers. And it's like, I mean, is he running from the grind? Or, like, what? Like, I guess, like, if I were to, I don't know, just assume things, I don't know. Maybe in his mind, like, he doesn't think he's running from the grind because he's going to Miami. And, like, Miami has this whole, like, thing, this ethos of Heat culture, right? Which is this, like, somewhat unexplainable thing, but, like, also has, like tangible aspects to it, right? Where it's like, it is a thing where if you get traded to Miami, if you play for the Heat, you have to like maintain a body fat percentage, right? Like you can't have your body fat percentage go over a certain amount. That's just one of the ways. It's like kind of like a tiny bit like boot camp ish, you know. I guess like they take conditioning really seriously there, you know. I don't know. That's like one of the tangible aspects of Heat culture, other than just like, oh, the Heat are tough. Miami's tough, you know. I don't know. Something other than just like, he got that dog in him. So yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to hear. If I was a reporter at like Dame's first press conference in Miami, I would just ask the question, even no matter how stupid it is. I'd be like, Dame, I would like to know, do you consider being traded to the Miami Heat running from the grind? And if not, can you explain why you're still grinding by joining a team with Jimmy Butler, like a top 25 player, and Bam Adebayo, another top 25 player? Can you explain to me why that is actually part of the grind, and that by leaving Portland you did not run from the grind? Can you explain to me? I don't know. Again, yeah, also a thing, right, where it's like, you know, does loyalty have an expiration date? I mean, like, I don't know, man. Oh, God. You know what? You know, another instance where loyalty had an expiration date? I don't want to comment on it, man. I don't know. But, like, there's a situation with a former Nickelodeon star, the star of True Jackson VP, back in the day, like 15 years ago at this point. Oh, my God. Man, True Jackson VP. Is that just like a Cornerstone Zoomer reference, or is it not? Because obviously iCarly is, but like, you know, hey, True Jackson VP was good. Yeah, I remember. I think one of the actresses is Filipino in that. Yeah, True Jackson's like best friend, like Lulu. Yeah, I think like, yeah, so someone. Yeah, just if I don't know, but. Anyways, Keke Palmer. I don't know, man. It's a situation. To put it bluntly, I should not be talking about this. It's a black Twitter situation, okay? I should not be commenting on it, but it kind of was just a funny situation, you know? Not funny in terms of like the content of it. Yeah, true. Oh man, like let's say another hypothetical scenario. Let's say you have a girlfriend or a wife, and then Usher, the famous R&B singer, you're at like a party or something, you're at a restaurant, and then like Usher's there, and then it's like, oh my God, it's Usher, and then like Usher. Maybe you're at like one of his concerts or something, and then like Usher calls out like, hey, can someone join me on stage? And then he handpicks someone to be on stage with him while he's performing and singing, and then he just like picks out your girlfriend or wife in this scenario. and then like, what if he just starts serenading her? What if he just starts serenading her and is like really, you know, the way he does with his music? I don't know. How would you react? How would you personally react? You know? God. I don't know. It's just a hypothetical scenario. You know? It's just hypothetical. I mean, I don't know. Oh man, the funniest part of it was that like I think Keke Palmer was like dating. She had a boyfriend, right? And it's like she's pregnant. I think she's currently pregnant, and like is gonna have a baby soon, right? She revealed it on SNL, like her baby bump and stuff. So like, the funny thing about it was that like it's just a case of like that kind of hypothetical situation happened, and like the guy she was dating went on social media and was like, why are you doing this? He got really upset, and it just showed off his like insecurity. You know, and then just like the Twitter response was just mass like calling him out and defending Keke. which is the right thing to do, I think. Yeah, I'm on that side, I guess. I'm on Kiki's side, okay. but just the funny thing is just that like everyone just reverted to calling him her baby daddy and not like her boyfriend. I don't know. That to me was just kind of like a funny tidbit where it's like nah. And a lot of people were just like, yeah, I hope that relationship's over. And I don't know, I saw a Pop Crave tweet that they stopped following each other or something, that like he scrubbed they scrubbed traces of each other on their social media or something. I don't know. Too much, man. Oh man. Anyways, is that, yeah. I do not need to be commenting on that situation anymore. There was a Boondocks episode. Yeah. Oh man. Oh god. The Boondocks, man. That's a show. I think there's gonna be a reboot of it, but I don't know the progress on that. It's kind of like the Daria reboot and like a potential King of the Hill reboot. I feel like all of those have like announced that like they're under production or something. I don't know, man. With the Daria reboot in particular, hasn't that like been like in conversation of being like in production for like 4 years at this point? Like, I don't know, man. Oh man, it was originally gonna be, yeah, because from what I've heard about it, it was originally gonna be Daria and Jody, like the one of the two like black characters in the show. Oh man, yeah, Jody was with what, Mac, right? Yeah, Mac and Jody were like a couple who were kind of like the smarter, like way smarter and more sophisticated version of Kevin. I'm the QB. And frickin' Brittany. I can't do Brittany's voice, man. Oh god, Brittany's voice is, yeah, like she just like has these like squeaks about her. Oh my god. I don't know. Daria is like a show where it's like, I feel like the voice acting of Daria is just highly underrated. I don't know. If you were to ask me like what like the best like one of the best voice acted cartoons is, I would just say Daria. Even though it's like so there's so many voice actors who share voices for characters. Like the person who voices Jane in, oh no, I don't know, man. Yeah, there's like a behind the scenes video featurette with the DVD I got that I watched where it's like a lot of people do multiple characters, yeah. But I don't know, just Daria's voice, Jane, like Quinn, freaking Daria's parents, freaking, I don't know, man, just really, I don't know. To me, like really great voice acting, man. just the way, just Daria in general, you know. I would, if you were also to ask me what is like one of the best written cartoons of all time, I would say that as well, you know. Yeah. So yeah, what was I on? Frickin' reboots. There was a Boondocks frickin' sketch that like somewhat predicted or was similar to this Keke Palmer situation with Usher. And like I saw a tweet with like one of the writers explaining it, that like he was having dinner with his ex-wife, and then Usher just happened to be in the restaurant, and then just like he was getting ready to leave the restaurant, and then like and then his wife was still just there talking to Usher. It's like, I don't know, man. Yeah, it's something about Usher, man. Something about him, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Did I answer the question of like how would I react if like the person I was dating got pulled up to the stage by Usher or got encaptivated by Usher? You know, what would I do? I mean, I'd just be like, oh, cool. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know who isn't captivated by someone, their ex now? Taylor Swift, I would think, isn't captivated by John Mayer. Oh man, I don't think the lynch mob has gone after John Mayer yet. Yeah, it's still just like a, yeah, no, because obviously, yeah, Dear John is about John Mayer. You know, don't you think it's weird? You know, yeah, like where she just calls out like, I was just 19, you know. I felt you in my legs before I even met you. I mean, that's another song entirely, yeah. But yeah, Taylor Swift, Speak Now, Taylor's version has come out. There's there's all these From the Vault tracks, like with her other re-releases. One of them is called When Emma Falls in Love, I think, yeah, and is about Emma Stone, I think, and yeah, I don't know, and yeah, one of yeah, you know, I don't know, something. Just wanted to transition, I guess. I haven't listened to any of Taylor's versions. Yeah, I haven't listened to any of them. I don't know. Maybe I'll like listen to them someday, you know, maybe just for the bonus tracks, but I don't know. I guess it's like I got into listening to Taylor Swift in like 2019, like near the end of 2019, with 1989 and Speak Now, you know. I think Speak Now might probably be my like second favorite album. Last year I listened to Reputation, but I don't know. I haven't gotten too further into the Taylor Swift rabbit hole, you know. I don't think I'll ever be, you know. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. It's like getting into like the Stormlight Archive or something. It's just there's just too much lore, too much, you know. You know, but I do like how strong people's fandom of Taylor is online, you know. I think I occasionally get like Taylor Swift stan Twitter accounts on my timeline. Maybe I'll see some when I do the Twitter segment, but yeah, I don't know. Speaking of the Twitter segment, speaking of social media, can people stop? Like, you know what I'm talking about. Can people stop? Can people stop? Just, please. I guess I just have to join in. I guess I have to just post a picture of this alternative social media. It's like, we know you freaking don't like Twitter. We know you don't like signing up for more social media platforms. So, like, I'm just gonna make a tweet, posting a picture of like, follow me on here. I guess it's like, okay, all right, okay. It's like you know, it's like the Damian Lillard situation. It's like, why do you have to keep on freaking bringing all of this stuff up, man? It's like, come on, man. I don't know. It's just a thing that annoys me in particular as someone with like 0 following on Twitter. But it's like, I don't know, man. It just got to be the most annoying freaking thing ever, man. It's like, please, when a new freaking Twitter alternative rolls around, you don't need to post a picture of you creating your account and like, I'm on here, guys. It's like, you're not gonna use it, man. It's like, come on, man. What are we doing here? What, like, oh, man, dude. I'm losing my tread with this, man. I'm losing it, man. I'm at the end. I'm at the end of the freaking tread. Like, please. Oh, man. Anyways, you know what I'm not at the end of? I'm not at the end of, this anime I'm watching. Oh, man, dude. There's this anime called, like, Rent a Girlfriend, and it's like, oh, man, dude. Oh, God. I'm watching more anime than that, but, like, yeah, I guess, like, that one I'm watching stands out in particular. I feel like it is one of the most mediocre shows ever to exist in life, man. I don't know. I think, like, yeah. Oh, man. Also, another thing, anime related, I have this thing called an Annie list. I linked it in my Twitter. I think it's, like, mostly, like, 90-something% up to date with, like, what I've watched. It asks me, like, when I complete a show, when I add a show to the list, like, what date I started and finished it, but, you know, I have, like, rough ranges of, like, when I finished it. I'm trying to remember all the years and, like, the months and days where I finished each certain show. Sometimes I'm, like, pretty accurate, sometimes I'm, like, way far off. I don't know. The conclusion is, I feel like I've watched a lot of anime, man. Oh, man. But I don't know, like, Rent a Girlfriend is like, I don't know, it's weird the quality of it. Like, obviously, like, the most fun things to talk about are, like, the ones that aren't just, like, absolutely horrible, or, like, you know, the most fun things to talk about are like, the ones that are, like, very strong in either direction, I guess. Yeah, so the opposite of what I just said. Like, mediocre shows aren't really that fun to talk about, but I don't know. Like, Rent a Girlfriend isn't like a train wreck. It isn't like the worst thing in existence, right? But it also isn't the best thing in existence. It's really riding just that, like, mediocre kind of like mid, extremely mid, like, painfully average thing. But, like, I feel like there's enough in it that keeps you watching, right? Oh, man, dude. Yeah, I guess if you don't know, yeah, brief explanation on Rent a Girlfriend. It's about this freaking loser, freaking 20-year-old guy who somehow got a girlfriend, and then after a month, that girlfriend broke up with him, and then he's so sad, he's so upset. He's like one of the most like loserish freaking protagonists ever to exist in anything ever. And then he decides, because in this freaking world there's a service, there's an app where you can rent girlfriends. I don't know. And like, yeah, he decides to rent this girlfriend, and then like, and then I guess it was so impactful on him that he wants to do it again. And then, like all frickin' rom-com harem animes, frickin' more girls appear, and like there's one girl who is adamant that she's his girlfriend. There's one girl who literally just says one word every like 5,000 frickin' like one word per episode or something. She's like too frickin' shy to speak, like frickin' Komi-san, but like just more like annoying. You know. And then there's his ex, you know, and I maintain that his ex is the reason why I'm watching this. His ex is like the sole reason why I'm interested in this show. It's based on a manga. I might maybe like I thought that like I'm not gonna be interested in reading that manga, but like I don't know, man. It's kind of making me turn around. I mean, I don't know. It's on its 3rd season currently, and I'm watching the 2nd season, but it's like, I don't know. His his ex is the reason why I watched the show, man. Man, it's like in quintuplets. There's another harem that was massively better, but like, you know, there's one character. Yeah, that's what happens in like harems, right? It's like, you know, I guess the appeal to them if you're into them. You know, I guess I'm somewhat into them. I don't know. I'm into like a couple, I guess, you know. Yeah, quintuplets being one of them, and Love Hina being another. But it's like, yeah, like there's usually kind of like it always makes banks on like everyone who's reading or watching this is gonna have that one girl who they think is the best girl, who they have as their favorite. I don't know, man. I like the guy's ex in Rent a Girlfriend is like that element of chaos and freaking joy, you know. She brings joy to every scene because she is just diabolical, and I love that, you know. I don't know. I just love those kinds of characters in series, I guess. I don't know. Oh man, yeah. So yeah. I guess the verdict is that it's an extremely mediocre show. It's not good. I don't think it really is any good. But like, you know, yeah, they're just these things where it's like, even though they're mediocre, even though, you know, they aren't that good, you're just interested in following and watching. That's basically it. You know, that's what it is for me. Oh man, you know, what I really miss following, freaking Terrace House. Yeah, oh god, I put it in the description of what's the Year of Springs video I put out. Yeah, part 2, right? It's like, I miss freaking Terrace House, man. Oh man, it was such a yeah. Have I fully talked about like what I loved about Terrace House? It was, yeah, I did. I keep on saying like, have I talked about this? And then I have. I don't know. It was just a perfect freaking reality show. It was amazing. Even though some parts of it seem a bit too freaking good to be true, seem a bit too clean, and like it might not be scripted per se, but it's like, obviously I feel like over the course of the series, right, the people on it realized, yeah, I feel like if you're on this, you have to maintain an image, right? And it's like their actions kind of lended itself to that, where it's like everything they did was in pursuit to maintain an image, right? You know, I don't know. There's this show, yeah, there's this anime currently called Oshi no Ko, which is about like idols, and it's like, it's not a freaking, yeah, and it's not like like a rose-colored glasses view of idols like in Love Live, you know. So yeah, that might be something I might be interested in watching. I probably am gonna watch it in the future. Yeah. And also, speaking of idols, yeah, not the other anime I've been watching, which is like, it's extremely different, yeah, like almost, yeah, completely opposite. I started it, yeah. It's called White Album, yeah. I started this anime called White Album, and it's about idols too, but like also like the kind of the negative aspects of it is like a big theme of it, right? It's about this guy it's about this guy in college who is currently dating an idol, a solo idol, about to like make her debut into the industry, right? Who is like just starting, and like the challenges of that, I guess. Like that's how it starts out as. Like the first like 3-4 episodes I found to be like not really that exciting, but like by once you realize what it's trying to go for, I guess. Like I think like starting in like episode 6 or 7, it becomes like much more dramatic and much more like stuff starts happening in it where it's like, damn, what is going on, man? It's in terms of like relationships and like romance, and like I like the things being secretive is a big part of it, you know. Like I feel like when I was watching it, I was kind of somewhat reminded of House of Cards, you know, with how many like phone conversations there were, you know. Yeah, oh man, I haven't watched that last season of House of Cards. Yeah, I don't think there's really a reason to. But yeah, I don't know. White Album is like, yeah, it's a series that like has the exact tone of like a soap opera, basically, you know? And like I feel like some of the events, you know, kind of, you know, reflect that happened in the series. But I don't know, I'm like really liking it so far. Probably one of the best shows I've watched like all year. And like the first like 4 episodes are pretty, you know, yeah, they really are kind of boring, you know. But I feel like if you can get to like at least episode 6 or 7, you know, it starts to change. So yeah, like by episode 10, I was like hooked. Yeah, it's still a thing. Yeah, I'm extremely interested in watching the rest of it now. So yeah, I guess. And speaking of albums that aren't white, I guess, because I didn't listen to that Weezer album. What album did I listen to? An interesting thing, I actually bought an album by a band I love, Local Natives, yeah, because they released this new album that came out literally yesterday called Time Will Wait for No One, you know? Yeah, it's their 5th album, and like, yeah, I guess my preliminary thoughts on it, I enjoy it. I don't know if I enjoy it better than their previous album, which is called Violet Street. It has a song called When Am I Gonna Lose You on it. It's like really freaking good. One of their best songs they put out in their existence. So yeah, I pre-ordered it basically. I ordered it on Amazon like 3 days before it came out, and I just got it like yesterday. Yeah, so it's a new album I got. It's interesting. I like it. I don't know. I don't listen to bad albums, to be honest. I don't know. It's weird. I don't have anything where it's like, I really don't like that. How the hell did I eat? Didn't I have like 11 of these steaks? Did I just drop them? Dude, what happened to my steak, man? Like, what? Huh? Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, so, any other new music I've been listening to? Oh, man, dude. Nah, not really much. Yeah. Two Door Cinema Club released a new album, like, last year, that I don't own. I've been listening to it on Spotify. Yeah, it's called, what was it? Yeah, Keep On Smiling. The 2 songs I really like on it are, Lucky and Wonderful Life. Yeah. Is it somewhat of like a return to form for them? I don't know. I think Lucky in particular, yeah, like it's different enough from their early material, like Tourist History and Beacon, but like, yeah, it's like the tempo of it kind of reminds you of some of their earlier material, something from Tourist History, you know, even though it's a totally different, yeah, like palette of sounds, I guess, you know, a lot more synths. Yeah. Wonderful Life 2 is a really good song. Any albums that are coming out that I'm interested in? Yeah, I still haven't listened to that Home Is Where album. I don't know. I hope to get to it at some point. I don't know. I've been really not good with freaking following, like keeping up with new releases. It's just not. Yeah, I don't know. I was so much better when I just mass downloaded a bunch of albums at a time, but yeah, I really am doing that less, you know. Yeah, just for reasons. Oh man, I mean it doesn't mean that I'm not downloading things or like have sworn it off, because you know there're just some things that, like, you know, yeah, I do not need to restate my thoughts on piracy, okay? I do not need to restate it. Oh man. So anyways, anything else going on? Anything else? I'm sure, like, a bunch of previous episodes, there's a bunch I missed. Oh, yeah, true. I could have transitioned to the other frickin' NBA-related thing. There's this player who's, like, from France. I don't know if you know about him. He's called Victor Wembanyama. And he played in his first Summer League game last night as of this recording. And the events leading up to it, man. Okay, alright. A day or 2 days before this game, so like 3 days ago, I woke up and then I went on RNBA, and then like one of the first posts was like TMZ, like Britney Spears was assaulted by a member of Victor Wembanyama's security team, and then TMZ video came out of it. And, like, yeah, Britney Spears was apparently at the same restaurant. Yeah, she was at the same restaurant as Victor. Yeah, I keep on saying apparently. It's like, no, she was. she was at the same restaurant or something as Victor Wembanyama in San Antonio or something. Or, like, maybe it's, like, Vegas. No, maybe it's Vegas, because he was in Vegas for Summer League. He was at the same restaurant, hotel, whatever, and, like, apparently, oh god, I just said it again, and allegedly, and Britney, I guess, seemingly, there you go, there's another one, seemingly, and Britney noticed Victor, I guess, he's pretty easy to notice, being 7 foot frickin' 5, so, like, yeah, she's an NBA fan, I guess, so she wanted to, like, get his attention, so she was, like, walking up behind him, and, like, wanted to, like, tap his shoulder, or tap his back or something, and like, maybe ask for a photo, I don't know, and then, like, in the middle of doing that, one of his security guard, one of his security guards just backhanded her, and it struck her in the face. Oh man, it's like, yeah, I don't know what the conclusion to make of that was, but you know, it was just the backdrop to, okay, his first Summer League game happens, and then, I don't know if you know his stat line or something. I'm gonna post an image that I downloaded that I used in a tweet. But, yeah, that was his stat line, so... And then, like, during the game, you saw tweets of freaking Britney Spears stan accounts being like, guys, look at this, and then it's a clip of him turning the ball over. Oh my god, it's like, oh god, look at this guy. And then there's like a tweet being like, Victor's debut in his stat line, and then versus like Britney's debut. Oh man, I don't know, man, dude, it just goes to show, like, dude, stan Twitter, man. I think we can debate, like, whether it's ultimately a positive or a negative thing for the internet and for pop culture in general, but, like, come on, you cannot deny that stan Twitter can give us, like, so many freaking great and funny moments, man. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know, like I have such respect and, like, appreciation for, like, the level of dedication some people on stan Twitter have. It's like, dude, you freaking are willing to, like, watch, like, Victor Wembanyama's first Summer League game to freaking pick out clips of him playing poorly just because your standum of freaking Britney Spears, like, requires you to. It's like, oh my god, dude, the dedication, the freaking dedication that must take, man. It's like, guys, look, he's, oh man, dude, oh man. There were some nicknames. There was a tweet of a bunch of nicknames. Marvin Baguette, Booty Gobert. Oh man, dude. What's the bowl? Yeah, bowl. Something about bowl. I don't know. Oh man, dude. It's yeah. Oh man. Anyways, people are just overreacting to it, but it's just funny. I just appreciate the memes. I just love the freaking people memeing about it. It's fun. It's oh man. Oh god. It's just funny, man. Yeah. he'll be fine, you know, like, he'll be fine. I think the consensus on it is that, like, it's gonna take, you know, a bit of time for Victor's offense to get to, you know, an NBA level, but, like, his defense is gonna be fine because he's 7'5" and, like, his limbs and stuff like that. But, you know, obviously, like, him being skinny, it's the same thing with Chet Holmgren, right, where it's like, yeah, if you're like 7'5", if you're a 7-footer but extremely like rail thin, how are you gonna handle being posted up by Giannis or Embiid or something? And it's like, I don't know. It's like the key is like strength. Yeah, the key is strength, right? You know, not like necessarily weight. You know. Yeah, it's the whole thing. You have to get stronger, but you know, sometimes there comes a point where like getting stronger means putting on more muscle. You know. And, like, yeah, and that's the thing, right? It's, like, obviously, you know, if you don't know, it's, like, being that tall, like, you can be extremely injury prone, right? Like, I don't know, like, yeah, Yao Ming was, like, 7 foot something, right? And, like, he didn't have, like, that long of a career because of injuries and stuff, right? That's the whole thing, right? If you're, like, if you're over 7 feet tall, right? It's, like, even if you have, like, tremendous skill, right? Like, it can be, I don't know, it can be challenging, you know, to sustain a career, like a whole entire NBA career without sustaining injuries, you know, and like how to avoid being injury prone. And like Victor has like his own like special workouts he does, like with his feet especially. yeah, you listening, Quentin? Yeah, with his feet especially, his big toe, where like it's supposed to be preventative. So I don't know. Yeah, obviously you know you don't want to see freaking people get injured, right? Obviously. I'm yeah, speaking for myself. Anyways, yeah, basically that's like the I guess that's like the opinion, the majority of what people think, of what experts think. Like, he'll be fine, right? He can put he's fully capable of putting up like 30 points and getting 20 rebounds in a game. Like I think there's gonna be one game his rookie season where he scores like 30 points and gets like 15 to 20 rebounds, if that. I mean, I don't know. And gets like a couple blocks. Like, he got 5 blocks in his, yeah, he got 5 blocks in that stat line. So, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, Scoot Henderson also played. Yeah, he got like a shoulder injury. Yeah, there's like these Thompson twins, Amin and Asar. They're really good, I guess. Yeah. Oh man, anything else NBA related? Wow, I think I filled out this episode pretty well. It's pretty well rounded, right? Anything? Oh yeah, anything on Starfield? Yeah. Am I gonna play Starfield? Yeah, I think might have talked about it in another video. Probably not. I'll probably not do a whole Let's Play of Starfield, but yeah, everything they showed at Starfield during that event was like really cool. Spaceships and stuff. It's going to be Skyrim in space. That's what I'm treating it as. Man, dude, it's been a long time since I played a Bethesda RPG. Man, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, I played Morrowind. Yeah, I played a bit of Morrowind recently on this Series S. You know. But I don't know. I found it interesting. I think it's cool. I really like the aesthetic of Morrowind. You know, the aesthetic of the region. Yeah, because that's what the region is called. Morrowind, where the Dark Elves are from. Yes. Oh man. Yeah. The only thing that's like weird. Yeah. The only thing is that like you walk so slowly in it, right? And like there isn't really fast travel. There's like these like weird like jellyfish looking freaking things that you have to like go up to, and then there's like someone next to it and they have to pay like a tiny amount of gold to like travel to a certain city. Yeah, I don't know. Oh man, I don't know. I only played like 2 hours of it, but yeah. It really has atmosphere, man. Yeah, so anything else? Yeah. I do not have any book drama to talk about. There was a tiny bit of other drama in another sphere that I could talk about, but yeah, it's already 44 minutes. It's like, what can I say? I don't know. Video essayists? Man, dude. That's all I'll say. Yeah, I don't know. There's just it's just too much. It's you know, it's not that it's too much. It's just that like, what can I add? You know. the YouTuber I'm talking about in particular, it's nothing bad. It's nothing like bad or horrible. Yeah, it's just a minor, it's just a mostly minor in the grand scheme of things, like bit of drama, you know. So yeah, I guess that's basically all for this episode, man. Yeah, minus the Twitter segment. Yeah, I'll be looking. Yeah, I cut these up. So yeah, if I find interesting tweets on my phone, yeah, I'll read it from there. But yeah, I'll be looking at my phone and on the computer, man. Please, please, Elon, grace me with some good things in the feed, please, please, or not. It's fine, whatever. Anyways, yeah, so here is the Twitter segment. Hey, does anyone want even more information about this film? Does anyone want even more news, even more marketing? The Barbie set had a pink day. Once a week, everyone had to wear something pink, and if you didn't, you were fined. Margot would go around collecting the fines, and she would donate it to a charity, says Ryan Gosling. Dude, Ryan Gosling is so freaking into this film. Like it's one of his. He thinks it's like one of his like best like roles ever, and it's like, oh, it's like, dude. Oh my god, dude. Oh god, this film needs to come out, man. I'm considering somewhat seeing it, but I don't know, man. It's just gonna be like almost $20 to see a movie by myself. I'm not gonna see it with anyone else, man. I'm gonna be one of the boys, you know. Hopefully I can get the boys together. Yeah, only if afterwards we can like actually discuss like the thing we should discuss, which is like To All the Boys I've loved before and The Summer I Turned Pretty, even though I haven't watched that series. I don't know. Can we discuss some real stuff like the Babysitters Club? Like, I don't know. Like, where are the freaking, like, adult women who are, like, where are the, like, the mid-20s adult women who are, like, so, like, excited for, I don't know, other stuff? Like Winx Club or something? I don't know. Fate the Winx Saga, yeah, the second season of that I still haven't seen. I don't know. There's a lot of shows that aren't anime that freaking I should see. I'm just too concerned with freaking mediocre harems, you know. Yeah, I don't know. It's a thing. It's a thing. Someone tweeted a conversation they had with their 13-year-old. So the 13-year-old says, "Are we out of tuna?" And then she says, "Yes." And then the 13-year-old says, "How am I supposed to make a chicken salad sandwich without tuna?" Hubs and I both stared at each other for several seconds, and then she said, "There's no tuna in chicken salad." And then the 13-year-old said, "Maybe not in yours." It's like, yeah, the Jessica Simpson freaking, like, it says chicken of the sea, but it's tuna, though, right? It's like, it says tuna, but it's like, why does it say, like, chicken of the sea? Man, dude, yeah. I remember watching that in a Watch Mojo video. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, was it Jessica Simpson and like who? Like Ryan Seacrest maybe? Some friggin' person. I'm not gonna check that. If you want a tiny bit of literary stuff this episode, I guess there's a tweet. Also, there are good agents. I know that. Everyone knows that. But a good agent to me is someone who sees the market potential for my book and has the connections to make it happen. That is their literal purpose in this industry. Loving it is gravy, and I love gravy. But not necessary. Yeah, I don't know. I saw another tweet somewhat related to this. Yeah, like somewhat like sharing the same sentiment, where it's like, I think like now with like all this like agent stuff happening, I feel like, yeah, people like people who are queering maybe are kind of like shifting their mindsets and like who they want as an agent representing them, right? Because it's like, because there was advice of like, you should have an agent who is in love with your work, right? And that be like an important part. But it's like, yeah, I think like with what's happening recently, maybe people are like, maybe people might be shifting their mindset more to be like, you know, I mean, that's nice. It's nice to have an agent who absolutely loves your work and believes in you. But if they don't have the business prowess, or if they don't have the ability to like sell your book to an editor as well as another agent, then maybe, you know, you should consider, you know, accepting their offer of rep if you have one. But I don't know. Yeah, that's a while to get to, okay? Yeah, a while. There's someone who tweeted, "I hope to God no one paid for this because this is just a protected YouTube video." I think this is like a concert of like some VTuber. Yeah, I think this is like a concert where this is an event of a VTuber, like, where they sing stuff, right? And then, like, people paid to freaking see this VTuber, and like what you get is just a screen and like them like moving their head around, like yeah, I don't know, man. And then the quote tweet, reiterates this. Why are people genuinely mad at OP? They're kind of right. It's not even like Vocaloid concerts where the hologram is on the stage and has new animations, plus has some planned interactions. It is legit just watching a video of a sprite bobbing on a huge screen. Yeah, I don't know why you would want to pay for that experience. I don't know why you would want to. There's a bunch of VTubers who have like freaking concerts uploaded to their channels already, right? Like, well, like streams where they perform songs. Yeah, you know, again, yeah, Hololive English is my source for that, but I don't know. Yeah. maybe I wouldn't sign up for that experience. Here's another quote tweet about someone being curious, someone of the younger generation being curious about people of the older generation, people 30 plus. What used to keep y'all entertained since y'all didn't have social media back in the day? I don't know. It's just, yeah, like any reply. What's this reply? What's this quote tweet? Smoked weed out of an apple in a graveyard. Played Hendrix songs for 2 hours in my parents' basement. Drove to the ass end of Pittsburgh metro area for no reason, listening to the Roots clones on repeat. I don't know. It's just a weird thing where it's like people assume that like young people, like I guess this is probably a young person tweeting this, but it's like, I don't know, like as someone who's, you know, a young person, I guess is younger, like I don't like I'm not that curious. Like I know that freaking like like before the internet, people probably just, you know, hung out with each other like in real life like way more often, like watch TV and, you know, played the NES, like if you're talking about like the 80s, like I don't know. But then again, that's what I was thinking too, like every generation like has this, right, where it's like a kid who grew up in like the 80s probably like is thinking like of their parents or grandparents. It's like, how did you even live without TV, you know? But I don't know, it's a thing, man. I don't know. like not having social media, I don't know. Yeah, social media in particular, because I don't count like YouTube as social media, you know. I don't know, like before I browsed Twitter, man, I spent a lot of that time on YouTube or actually playing games and not let's playing over them. But you know, to each their own, man. I don't know. Someone tweeted a picture of a post on Tumblr, I think. Seeing everyone just mindlessly sign up for insert app here, despite all the clear warning signs, feels like I'm living in Sailor Moon or a Magical Girl anime episode where the monster of the day just set up shop overnight and their product is literally draining your life force for the Dark Kingdom, but people keep going there. It's like, how could we not see that like this thing has some problems? Oh no. Like, I don't know, man. I guess people are like maybe could rationalize it with like lesser of two evils, right? Like whatever has the least worst user experience, but it's like you're like, I don't know. I'm not annoyed about the thing that annoys me is that I know for a damn frickin' fact that Twitter is not going to be replaced in the frickin' next few years, like, at least, man. It's like, it's fine. If you can't, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but it's like, it's not gonna go away, like, it's not gonna be a thing, like, I don't know, like, there isn't gonna be some frickin' mass exodus in, like, the next few months, man. Dude, like, if Twitter, the app, stops working, as in you can't go on it, as in, like you click on it and you can't frickin' access it, then I'll frickin', like, you know, maybe frickin' change my mind. But, like, god damn, like, please. I understand people's desire to want to move to another platform, but it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess I'm just getting too annoyed. I'm just too, like, I don't know. I'm just getting too annoyed at people posting photos and having a caption being like, I guess I had to sign up for this. I guess I'm being forced to go here. It's like, okay. Alright. Hey y'all, I seem to have misinterpreted the conversation that was happening in the original tweet here and stepped into a space that's not mine. Well, No, dude, no. My apologies to everyone I offended. I 100% believe we need more short, diverse books in middle grade, and I genuinely wish authors controlled that. Yeah. True, yeah. I don't know. I guess, it is fine. Wow, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think the whole entirety of that thread is like, like all for naught, though. Yeah, there probably is some truth to that. Someone tweeted, "We need more movies so that I can stop hearing about the same ones." We really do, don't we? Yeah, especially movies that just I mean, I guess obviously the marketing is working if you're talking about a film that hasn't even come out yet, but it's like how it's just yeah, too many things. It's like the marketing is just pink, you know? Yeah, and Oppenheimer marketing is like, there's no CGI. Look at the freaking film reel of this. Look how much it weighs. Speaking of that other film being promoted, Christopher Nolan says the love story aspect is as strong as I've ever done in Oppenheimer. The film features prolonged full nudity for Cillian Murphy and Florence Pugh, who plays Oppenheimer's ex-fiancée, as well as, yeah, you know. And then someone co-tweeted, "Not to be that person, but there's a 20-year difference between Cillian Murphy and Florence Pugh. Why does, yeah, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Why does Hollywood keep doing this?" Oh man, I'm just gonna leave that there. Yeah, I don't know. I can't. Yeah, there are some things where it's like I choose not to talk about them, and there are some things where it's like, yeah, come on, man. It's too. Yeah, I do not. Frickin', yeah, please. just don't have any thoughts on it, you know? There you go. That's my thought. I don't have any thoughts on it. I guess if you want more NBA talk, there's this in-season tournament that's gonna happen, which is, yeah, like Adam Silver is like one of his goals. He wanted to bring like a European soccer style, like in-season tournament type of thing where they compete and there's like a championship, like a cup, you know, in soccer, and people are debating like, is it gonna make the regular season more exciting? How are teams gonna be motivated? How are players gonna be motivated? And you know, I would assume it's just gonna be money, right? That they get, yeah, like they get money, and it's also that they're not adding games. It's that it's just gonna be part of the regular season anyway. So like, why not just try? You know, if you want a certain seed and you want to win as many games as possible, why not just try? And I guess there's groups, right? There's groups of like teams. They're grouped together by like West and East. I'm seeing, yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see it. It's probably gonna be a thing where it's gonna get memed on. There's already people getting memed on, so just for that, it's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. I wonder what that trophy is gonna be. You know, it's not gonna count towards anything, but you know. I wonder if anyone's going to use that in terms of like, this is why this player is better than this player. I see something right here on my phone. Usher is singing to another woman who's famous. Yeah, okay. I'll just leave it at that. Have I done enough? Any here? I don't know. I'm trying. I'm scrolling as fast as I can and refreshing the feed. It's like, man. Yeah, Megan Rapinoe is retiring, the women's soccer player on the U.S. women's national team who won the Women's World Cup in 2019, and was very adamant that, like, she would not visit the White House under Trump, you know? I guess I'll just read a quote from her that I see from the Sports Center account. "I understand that it is incredibly rare for athletes of any stature to be able to go out in their own way, on their own terms. Yep. At the time that they want, in a way that feels really peaceful and settled for them. So I feel grateful that I'm here." Yeah, I don't know. There are some athletes that really need to learn that lesson harder, but it's like, it's hard, right? Yeah, I'd assume being an athlete in particular, right? It's like, how do you remove, like being an athlete from who you are? Like if you're a basketball player, how do you remove like being a basketball player is like your whole identity? Because for a lot of, you know, players, that's how they feel, right? Is that like, who are they? It's like they're a player, and yeah, that's who they are primarily, but you know, they don't see themselves as like a person beyond that, which I guess is like why it can be hard, you know? Like, I think, yeah, you see it with, like, boxing, you know, right? Where it's like some people really should retire. Like, Roy Jones probably should have retired sometime in the mid 2000s, and like he just continued fighting, you know. Yeah, and like, yeah, I don't know. It is, you know, I don't know. There's still some fighters. Who's the fighter now where it's like they probably should retire? Tyson Fury, because apparently he doesn't want to. Apparently, the fight that's closest to being made is with a former UFC fighter. So yeah, I don't know. But at least AJ, Anthony Joshua, is gonna fight Dillian White for a second time. Yeah, I would assume that's gonna be a good fight. Okay, so that's all the tweets I found that were interesting, man. I don't know. I really should try harder, but yeah, I don't know. I'm really in kind of like a dead period for the Twitter segment being good. I know. I realize this. I apologize. It just puts more pressure on me to freaking like carry these episodes, okay? I only want to carry it for like 40 something minutes, and then beyond that I'm just like, you know what? Let's have Twitter do all the work. Part of it is because that like it's hard for it, you know. I don't remember like everything I want to talk about, you know. I think I touched on basically everything, but I don't know. Maybe there could be some like funny things that spark discussion, maybe. But you know, like last episode where that writing thread kind of popped up, you know. But I don't know. I guess I will find like better tweets in the future. So yeah, any last minute thoughts? Dame is probably gonna go to Miami. Should Kiki Palmer break up with him? I don't know. Whatever she chooses to do. Rent a girlfriend. Interesting. That new Local Natives album. I have to listen to it a few more times. You know, yeah, that's basically just all Barbie. Oh man, please, can Barbie just come out? Can frickin' every Twitter alternative discourse die, please? And yeah, how about that? Okay, all right. And can Victor Wembanyama please frickin' shoot better? Anyways, so I guess that's it for this episode. You know what part it is. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you have watched this far, please do not watch this far. I beg of you. Thank you so much for watching, and good night.